How you doing?
Good.
Just curious, Cherry Point. Just curious, there's a lot of debate about what should happen to Cherry Point. What's your guys' opinion on that?
Yeah. I think it's me first this time.
Sure.
So you're talking about expansion?
Yeah.
So I am not in favor of expansion at this time. I think that
Why?
I'll tell you why. We have treaties that have been signed amongst the indigenous people of these communities, and to truly uphold those, we need to be respecting not only their fishing and their hunting rights, but also their sacred sites. And we do know all around that area are very, very important sacred sites to the tribes. So I think before we can even talk about expansion, we need to determine, can we even expand there? So that's the first question that we need to answer. And then we need to answer, we need to make sure that we have a just transition in these jobs, and how are we going to support that as a community? And then we have to talk about the boat traffic and the danger to our environment if we are going to be exporting more fossil fuels.
Thank you.
I know there's lots of people in our community right now that are very insecure about the economics in their job, recognize that the jobs at Cherry Point have been an important economic driver in our community for decades. We all recognize that. I'm a believer in climate reality. I recognize that we need to transition off all of the old infrastructure that we use and the old forms of energy. So I don't want to see expansions of that either. We're going to have to, over time, do a transition. And one of the great challenges for people in positions of in government is going to be, how do we do that in just and equitable ways? And it's going to require significant funding sources. It's going to require partnerships with state counterparts, federal government, to help with job retraining and a whole series of things as we transition to new forms. So I recognize the complexity of this issue and the sensitivity of it. We're seeing it with people all over Whatcom County. So Cherry Point is going to be something that transforms over the decades. I support it presently, but I recognize that we're going to have to do something to convert.
Thank you.